How's it going, true believers? It is I, Shane, and I'm here to give you another Agatha All Alone episode review. Today's episode is episode 2, entitled Circle Sewn with Fate, Open Thy Hidden Gate. Before I go any further, please open up your hearts and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell even if you are, so that you can help me out. And if you want to hurt me out, I meant help me out even further. I got a Patreon link in the description below. Anything you donate is much appreciated. One thing I forgot to mention during my first episode review was that the titles of this series seem to be pointed to the song Witch's Road, which I don't know if it's a real song or not, but it seems to be tied to Witch's Road, which a character's mom wrote in here because obviously she's a witch. The ending theme is Season of the Witch for the ending credits, which shows all sorts of different witchy stuff. Like even certain things you're supposed to do, take off your shoes, which we will talk about shoes coming off. You see Lisa from The Simpsons as a witch. You see the Lion Witch in the wardrobe, the charm, the craft, the pentagram in Westview. What else am I looking at here? There's a bunch of other things on there. The evil witch from Snow White with the I mean, tons of witchy goodness things. And some photos real. I don't know if they paid these people for those photos, but some of these photos real, right? What was the one thing? Oh, and Aubrey is saying something when she leaves from Agatha, and it's in Spanish, and for some reason I watch these things with subtitles because sometimes you will miss stuff, and I like subtitles, whether it's in English or Japanese or Spanish or what have you. But she's saying something and they're not telling me what the hell she's saying. Any Spanish speakers want to tell me what she's saying? She's saying bye, see you later, kill you, hate you. What is she saying? Help me out here. So this episode, it's where we're gonna, the Salem Seven are coming after you, and now she has to get, why she had to get a coven together, right? She's not gonna fight these people. Now, first thought, the Teen, we're calling him Teen, because that's also what they referred to him in the credits, is Teen. Apparently, he freed her. I mean, he was the one that freed her, was he? I would have figured it was Aubrey, but he was the one that spoke the Latin, so it makes a lot of sense. He wants to get to Witch's Road because the Witch's Road is apparently supposed to give you something that's missing. I think he's Wanda's kid. I'm just gonna say it's Wanda's kid reincarnated, and he went to somebody, just like how the comics, Billy and Tommy went to somebody else's bodies, and they got reborn, and they still, then they magically remembered that their mama is their mama. One has magic, one zips around. This kid is 16. He's a bit sassy. He's a bit sassy. Kind of annoying, but maybe it's because I'm an old man. Maybe it's because I'm an old man and he's 16. I don't know. But he is also a fanboy, so maybe that's all. Maybe he's also supposed to be annoying because he's a fanboy of hers. He knows a whole lot about her, in his own words. Oh yeah, I already said I mentioned my issue with Aubrey being an OG original character in first episode. Go check it out if you haven't. But she doesn't have her powers. He's saying you can get your powers at Witch's Road, and he even knows that. She said it doesn't exist, but they say, other witches say it so that amateurs don't just go looking for it. And if he had the power to break the spell of the Scarlet Witch, which couldn't have been broken couldn't have been broken unless Wanda did it herself, even though Wanda was dead. Just saying, right? We do get some questions here, because did she sacrifice someone earlier? Jennifer Kale. Can't wait to talk about Jennifer Kale. My God, you did it again, Marvel. You did something that I keep forgetting that you always do. Let me see. Gotta skip that part. And also, didn't she kill her coven? I feel like there was a beginning part of an episode after we realized who Agatha was, that she was Agatha Harkness, that we saw her kill her coven people. Didn't she kill her mom or something like that? I remember that. And she also mentioned that they're all dust anyway. So yeah, she killed those folks. You can't get to Witch's Row without a coven anyway. And we do learn, I gotta take out my phone notes here. We learn a bit of witchy stuff. So he's trying to take notes. And of course, some of the parts are funny, but she's just overly mean. And it's like, guys, gotta remember, even though this is kind of funny, she's not a good person. So when she asks him his name, and he tells her, you see an M and a scribble go across his mouth, and she says, say it again. And the same thing happens. Now, later on, when she goes to spit on Wanda's unfinished house, we see people saying, stay away, evil witch, but we see Wanda's logo, and Wanda's logo is the headdress that's an M for Magneto and also Maximoff. And that thing that went over the teen's face, I'm just going to say it's Billy, went over his face, was an M. Could be that there's an enchantment over him that she cannot learn anything about him, because later on, when she asks, well, where are you from? He says, oh, originally from Eastview, but then it all trails out. And he's obviously speaking. She can hear herself snapping her fingers. She turns up the radio, can hear that, but she can't hear him. And maybe she can't figure it out. I'm looking forward to second to last, maybe the last episode. I'm going to assume second to last episode being that it is revealed when they get to the end of the Witch's Road, and he's like, I am the son of the Scarlet Witch. The Witch's Road has put it into my mind, and I know who you are. And she's like, that's why I couldn't figure out your name, and hollabadoo, right? Although in the comics, it was Agatha Harkness who helped Wanda, who basically played midwife to Wanda giving birth to the twins. She also helped train Wanda a bit, so Agatha Harkness is not exactly good, but she's not exactly evil in the comics. She is indeed a neutral force. So, they also did a very clever way of affirming that, so close to calling him Billy, but I could be wrong, that Teen is gay outside of the obvious. While they're driving his car, in his phone, I don't know anything about teenagers, but his boyfriend, he has his boyfriend down as Boy F. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, where's Boy A through E? But boyfriend, since the boyfriend gets worried, and she's like, oh, it's cute. She's her sarcasm here that is super, super dry was actually funny. There's another funny part later on I'll get to. But yeah, that was a very clever way, right? Maybe then maybe something like that will stop people from bitching and moaning. I don't know. People exist, y'all. People exist. So we get some rules here. One of these rules was, wherever you are a coven there shall be, which he says is beautiful, she says it's not. It's called the Covenstead rule. Any direction within 3-mile radius, there should be a collection of someone witchy enough that can form a coven. And you just need somebody with a little potential, because there's no one that's going to be as high profile as her. Let's talk about these witches. We have Lilia Calderas. I gotta pull up these other notes. Lilia Calderu. We have Jennifer Kale, which is the one I'm the most excited for. My goodness. And we have Alice Wu-Gulliver, called Alice Gulliver in the comics. The one who was playing Jennifer Kale, dang, I looked up her name. Sashir Zamata. I can't remember what else I've seen her in. But let's talk about Lilia. Lilia was a gypsy witch, leader of a coven that's tasked with keeping the book of Cagliostro. Cagliostro is a big name in the Marvel comics, especially when it comes to magic. I believe, let me scroll through, I believe she's currently dead in the comics. You know, she's from Transylvania. I just the Book of Cagliostro was stolen by Mordo, if I remember correctly, in the comics. I don't remember more after that, but she died. I think Living Gargoyle killed her. I'm gonna talk about Alice Wu. I'm gonna just go in order of who I'm excited about. Alice Wu, who says in an episode she used to be a cop. She is a cop in the comics. Her mom was a witch and had magical powers, which was passed down to her. Now, she doesn't do a lot of the magic-y stuff, all of that stuff, but she imbues her weapons, her guns, with, runes and sigils and stuff that others can't see, but she can see, and it helps her fight. She has ties with Scarlet Witch. She has met Scarlet Witch. Wu has also met Doc Strange, and I'm trying to remember who has Lilia met. I don't think Lilia's met a bunch of people. There's also a tie to Doctor Strange. I mean, Doctor Strange is the hub of magical stuff. I'm sorry, Wanda stands. It ain't Wanda. It's Doc Strange. It's Dr. Stephen Vincent Strange. Now let's talk about Jennifer Kale. Oh man, talk about it's race swap. So here come people who are gonna pretend that they fucking care. I don't give a shit. Jennifer Kale, perfect actress for her entire mood. Very snappy with with Agatha. And give me some background information on Jennifer Kale, which is why I'm hyped. She is the protector of the Nexus. And you're all like, hey, wasn't Wanda called a Nexus being? She was. But one of the true Nexus beings, period, of comic books, and I'm hoping they do this in the MCU. We've met this guy before. He's cute, he's cuddly. It's Man-Thing. Man-Thing is a walking Nexus point. He is also a protector of the Nexus. Him and Jennifer Kale, they have ties, but she also has ties with Danny Ketch, the second Ghost Rider, brother of Johnny Blaze. She has worked with them. She has worked with the Midnight Sun. She has worked with Doctor Strange. Jennifer Kale is a big deal. She's done a lot in the Marvel Universe. It's an interesting choice what they've done with her here. We're having her powers bind. I'll get to all that in a minute. But man, you want to tell me about making a Midnight Suns movie? Look, y'all, I know y'all love Wanda and all that other good shit. Give her her own movie. Y'all love her so much. Give her own movie. We can bring back Quicksilver. We can talk about her being a mutant, not being a mutant, do stuff with her dad. I kind of care because that sounds cool. But with Midnight Suns, it needs to be Jennifer Kale, 120%. She needs to be on that team some way, somehow. And if they didn't do what they did with the whole Doctor Strange thing, it would have been nice to see her show up in there. But everyone has to start somewhere. I'm not going to complain all that much, but this is big. This is super, super big. Now, where are they in the MCU? Well, Lilia is a fortune teller. First person Agatha tries to get, and she does fake divinations, but she did real ones. She read her rap sheet out of her own words, because why would I join you? I just know you're going to turn on me anyway, which we find out that the only way Agatha can take your powers is if you use your power on her, which completely checks out, because when Wanda tried to do her little hype beam and she took it, and she's like, yeah, I got your power. So that's how her powers work. She's saying, so if you show some self-restraint, I can't take your powers. But so was it Lilia is going to be evicted. She doesn't want to go back to the good old days, because every time she accurately talks about there's going to be tragedy, she was ran out. That's kind of what they do with witches. Jennifer Kale's having multiple lawsuits against her because she makes candles, probiotic candles. Apparently, I wouldn't have eaten that damn candle, but her power has been bound. Her power is bound. So she's doing this so that she can get more power. So now we have a witch of divination. We have a potions witch, which I was kind of mad at Teen / Billy, but Teen, Because he doesn't sit up here being sassy to Jennifer Kale. You youngster, you sit your ass in the back. And then we have Alice Wu, whose mother was, I believe, Lillian Wu, who was a famous rock star, also a witch, but she made the song The Ballad, and The Ballad is literally the Witch's Road Ballad. And Agatha and Teen get her fired from her job. She's working security at the mall, and they're in a hot topic, which unfortunately she got fired. She also used to be a cop in here, just like she did in the comics. Important thing to note, in order to get to the Witch's Road, you're not driving there, obviously. You have to conjure it. So when they have to sing the song, she sheds a tear, her mascara runs, and so obviously she's thinking about her mom, because it is believed that her mom was lost on the Witch's Road. One of the truly funny parts is we have Jennifer going, okay, who's going to sing what part? We don't want to be pitchy or anything. The 4 names of the witches that were needed was written on a card by Lilia, given to her. Unfortunately, Lilia's name, because she used the power, was on there, which get Billy going. You can't say no to yourself, right? Shut up, Billy. Shut up. But she can't say no, so they're all going to meet up. Sprinkled throughout this episode, we see the familiars of the Salem Seven. A coyote that looks an awful lot like a wolf, because coyotes ain't that damn big. A rat, and a crow. I love when the crow shows up, because the crow just looks straight at her, and the rat does the same thing. Just yeah, a big ass coyote in the middle of the street. Just like, who's not going looks like a wolf to me. But you need 4 specific kind of witches, in addition to the potion, the protection one, which is what Alice Wu-Gulliver is. And the potion divination and protection, you need a green witch. And she ate the card before Billy could see it. And then he asked Lilia what it was. And Lilia's like, it was just a black heart. Which I find stupid, because she has a name. She has a name. Cool. Whatever. But then she's like, oh, I know who it is. She goes out and then she gets Mrs. Davis, played again by that 70s show's mom. I forget her name. I don't love that show as much as other people do. But she pulls her in, which is so stupid and irresponsible. It's such a Deadpool move almost. And I'm not accusing Agatha of sliding over in personality or something that she's not. She is deceitful. She is a bad guy. But I just find it really dumb, because when the others are saying, we need a green witch, we have to have one. It's necessary to cross the road safely. So for her to grab her, okay. And then they do the whole song thing. I'm not like, here's the crazy thing. I like musicals. I like musical theater. The Wiz. Oh God, everything I'm about to say is like, it's Wizard of Oz. Wiz, Wicked. I'm definitely watching that movie. But, musicals and singing, Disney stuff. I enjoy that stuff. I tend to get a little cringed sometimes, like the singing part in the Marvels. This was actually really good. It had that. It had the witchy vibe. I mean, come on, we're going into October. It has that vibe of like spooky Halloween. It was actually very fun. A little bit funny, because Mrs. Davis is like, am I supposed to know this song? And I'm wondering to myself, how come the other witches don't realize that that one's supposed to be the green witch? She's not singing. I'm just saying. I don't. You guys can't be that dumb. I know you guys are desperate because you all have something that you want and that you need, but you all can't be that dumb, right? And what I'm trying to figure out. So when Teen was told to just check upstairs, he gets Mr. Bunny Rabbit. He's like, hey, just go upstairs. We're gonna open this up. I'll call you. Whatever. And when he sees everything's getting black and there's one person in a robe, you got neighbor Herb he's like, you seeing this? And then one person turns into 6 other people to make 7. He drops this shit, runs. I'm like, good job, Herb, because I thought you were gonna die, bro. And the door was knocked down, so I don't know why you just didn't try to repair that sooner, but it's fine. Puts the couch up there. He's trying to stay calm, but they're breaking through with their disembodied whispers going, Agatha Harkness. All this, like, is this supposed to be because he's 16? Is that why he's showing that he's stupid? But also, you're the guy that broke the Scarlet Witch's spell. Are we sure that he just wasn't able to break it because he is kin to the witch? Just saying. Just saying. One of my favorite parts of this episode, though, is when all of that spooky stuff's coming, and when, everyone's arguing, except for Mrs. Davis, they're all arguing, and they're all like, she's trying to get you to hit her with your power so she can use it. And she's like, come on, you bitches, just hit me already. But the door's on the ground. Thank you, Mrs. Davis, for pointing that out. And when they're all retreating, because I love that Jennifer Kale's like, nope, not going to deal with whatever that is. She's one of the last ones to go. And Agatha looks at her and goes, what does your gut tell you to do in this situation? Yeah, just like I thought. And she runs down into the winding staircase of the richest road. That was funny. That was genuinely funny. Very creepy when you have someone walking on all fours going down the steps. That was actually really creepy. And then they get to the Witch's Road, which I mentioned Wizard of Oz. Very Oz-like, dark, very dark Ozzy-like. And of course, one of the things we saw in the ending for the first episode mentioned about taking off your shoes. Agatha takes her shoes off and everyone follows because she's the only one that's been on this road before. I'm wondering, do you take off your shoes so you don't leave a trail? So you're not, I don't know. Hurry up and bring Aubrey Hurry up and bring Aubrey back. Episode 3, bring her back. And please don't get Mrs. Davis killed. That's just so evil. So evil. All in all, this episode was better than the last one. Now, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Equal score, because I told you, Aubrey Plaza automatically knocks you up. This was done well. And Marvel's just done a thing that I keep forgetting they always do this. They actually do this. They will take stuff from the comics. Whether you shift it, Flag Smasher becoming Flag Smashers and becoming redundant and stupid, that aside, that's from the comics. What was it? In She-Hulk, he had Porcupine, El Aguilar. Don't remember Source in the comics. He might have been something new, just to be like, hey, there's vampires around. Hawkeye with the Magi, the tracksuit mafia, the Magia with Kingpin. You have Loki that just did the TVA, and was it the Time Lords? No, that's Doctor Who. Time Stealer? I feel like, no, that's DC. Whoever the Time people are, the Time guys, and Kang and He Who Remains, they pull stuff from the comics and then they mix it, flip it, turn around and reverse it. Good job here, because I was thinking Aubrey Plaza is an OC character, so now we're gonna have other OC characters, because call a spade, everyone fills a role, right? It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Agatha the white one, Jennifer Kale the black one, Lilia the Mediterranean one, since you can't say gypsy, and Alice Wu the Asian one, and then you got Billy the one dude. Yeah, Teen, the one dude, and he's a gay character. So you got 5. Oh, and you have the lady, old lady Miss Davis. So everyone fills a representation role, but I thought that everyone was just gonna be OCs. I'm just like, why should I care about these random characters? And then when they start introducing themselves, because we don't do a good job of me going, oh, it says Lilia's leggings. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That was Lilia Calderu. When I saw Jen, she kept saying Jen this, Jen that. My mind didn't instantly go to Jennifer Kale, because Jennifer Kale is a blonde lady. It went, oh, okay, just another OC character. No, that's Jennifer Kale. Holy shit. And then we have Alice Wu, who I didn't put 2 and 2 together, because I'm already just kind of, I'm a little bit out of it. Enjoying the episode, but I'm a little bit out of it. I will admit I had to do a little bit more research on Alice. But yeah, and it's obvious. Come on, it's obvious that Teen is Wanda's kid. Though I saw somewhere online, someone believes he could be related to Agatha, because Jen had mentioned that she sacrificed a kid before. She was like, "Oh, you're using more human sacrifices." Could just be a snap at her, right? She's also called a witch killer, because remember, she killed her coven. So I'm happy. I'm happy that these are actual characters from comics. What's gonna piss me off is if you kill Jennifer Kale, that's when I'm gonna have a problem. Whatever episode that she may die in, it will get -2 points. I'm just saying it right now. The episode could be a 5. That bitch is gonna be a 3. Do not kill Jennifer Kale. That is a major ass character played by a great actress. Please, if you're using this for a jumping point for Midnight Suns, which a younger Agatha shows up in for Midnight Suns, which was kind of an amalgamation of the Midnight Suns from the stupid video game ish. But if she's supposed to be for, to help jump off Midnight Suns, I'm all for it. Just don't kill Kale. Kill others. I don't care. That's fine. Do not kill Kale. She is great. So 4 out of 5 from me. Much better episode. Let me know what you think. Tell me your opinions down in the comment section down below. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And if you want to help me even further, my Patreon link is in the description below. Guys, feeling good about this show. I'm feeling confident. I'm happy. I was looking forward to talking about this one because first episode had me like, oh, okay, this is normal. You just have an actress that I like. Now you have actresses that I like on top of. This seems like it's gonna be good. So until next time, please be good. Wash your hands, drink some water, be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. And remember, there are people out there that care about you. Reach out to someone. There are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I guarantee it. So until next time, true believers. Oh, I almost forgot. Gotta tell you last time, my social media is in the description below. Give me a follow. Feel free. Yeah, just send me a message. Tell me that you came from this review. As long as you're cool, I'll be cool, and we'll all be cool. Cool. Till next time, true believers. Wednesday is almost here. Excelsior.